Hello, I'm Merzendi, and welcome to War Thunder. So, last time in War Thunder, I showed you some of these British tanks, and for the first half of this episode, we're going to carry on doing that. So, let's jump straight on into an arcade battle. Assuming, of course, but we do jump straight on in. Here we are. That 10-second waiting time, that's pretty good. We aren't exactly at a peak time for the numbers of players. I'm recording this at 4:30 in the afternoon. So that's going to be why not everyone who might be here is actually here. So we're going to start in the northwest point, and we're going to be using a Valentine Mark 1, which I unlocked last episode. Aha! Yes, there are a few other people spawning over here. That's very good. If it was just me by myself, I would be a little worried.
Attack the C point.
And that is a squad mate. I don't know him personally, but the game does randomly allocate you into a given squad, and you get a bonus in experience and score for closely cooperating with your allocated squad member.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attack the B point.
So, I may have made a mistake in choosing a shell with lower penetrative power.
Allied forces have captured a zone. The enemy is taking the initiative.
I'm also having issues with my gun's alignment here, so I hope you'll excuse my slight poor performance. Oh dear. Unfortunately, the turret is the only part of that tank I have the slightest chance of penetrating. And, well, as you could see, my shots were not doing a significant amount of damage once I finished off all of the crew inside the turret.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Allied forces have captured a zone.
So we're going to try to move off towards point B now. I don't have much ammunition left, but that doesn't matter too much. As I'm not entirely sure I will survive for very long in any engagement. Ah, there we are. That was a very good, well, lucky, more than good, I think, shot there. But yes, I've got an excellent angle of fire on these tanks in defense of the B point. There we are. So that's one destroyed, one that was crippled, and an ally has managed to eliminate. Right. 5 shells left. So if I can manage to capture the point, then I will have a chance to resupply. And if not, I'll be dead regardless, so... There we are. That was the tank that was firing on me, so... A T-17 here. And there we are. That's eliminated the gunner, and we're down to 3 shells. So now more than ever I have to make every shot count, because if I run out of ammunition, there's nothing I can do other than ramming people, and that's not... Or my crew could be killed by a plane strafing me. That is always an alternative. So, I don't have to worry about ammunition. That's reasonably pleasant change. Although, now, quite a ways back from the B point, and going to have some difficulty capturing it. Although, if this air raid goes through, it'll be more than just difficulty. So let's try to intercept this bomber. Well, he wasn't able to hit the point, which is important. And since that plane decided it wanted to come charging right at me, well... I do quite often just try to take shots at airplanes with my machine gun. There's not much else that it's good for. But in that case, how could I not? Though I believe one of our AA tanks was one that actually managed to eliminate it. But yes, you can now see that the battle has turned quite favourably towards us. I would love to be able to take some credit for that, but really I think my performance in the Valentine was mostly unrelated. So, actually, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. I am actually second place, so Maybe it wasn't as bad as it initially seemed. So, there we are, a Panzer IV. Is it on its back? Yes, that tank is on its back. That's always a very sad sight. It's like a turtle or a tortoise. It can't roll over by itself. And just take that tortoise and make it 1.5 tons at least. And you start to get the picture. And of course, since an update a little while ago, have the ability to tow things, but that's not always the most reliable option. Oh, you poor thing. Wrong side of the turret, sorry. So there's not much we can do to win, but... I really didn't mean to ram you there, I'm sorry. I thought I'd be able to stop. Well, that was a rather embarrassing finish to that battle, but still, second place in the team. That's not too bad, and my Valentine has earned an upgrade, so let's have a look. What else can we get? Could get the improved turret drive, and yes, I think I'll get that, and we can start researching the elevation mechanism. So, one thing is that if you research enough modifications for a given tank, you get points towards your overall tank. So I'm researching the Crusader Mark III right now. I could research some of these Tier 2 tanks, or, well, Rank 2 tanks. But I think I would like to improve the tanks I would like to get a better iteration on the tanks I currently have. So, one thing I'm going to do now, as I've shown you a few matches at the low tier now, is switch to this. This is a collection I have of just all of my Panzer IVs. Now, they are mostly mid-tier, rank 3, other than the Gepard. I've run out of Panzer IVs, I do believe, to fill up the slots. Or not, just... But let's take a moment and show you some of the mid-tier battles, and we'll see if this match can go a little better. At the very least, this map, Poland, is a very different sort of fighting to what you've seen so far. This is at least around point B and C, close range, urban fighting, really. So, Yes. I'm going to start with my Panzer IV was of H, and this is my preferred shell distribution. A lot of armor penetrators with explosive shells, but also some solid kinetic penetrators that can just go straight on through all the top of the armor. So it looks like I'm lucky in that I haven't been dropped into a match massively above my level. There is one Tiger so far. But one Tiger isn't exactly the worst thing we could have, and it's on our side, which is a plus. So, as we can see on the mini-map, point C is getting a lot of targets swarming over it, so I'm going to do my best to use this opportunity to move in on point B. Now, as we can see there's a T-34, which, nice little pot shots taken at them, and now we're in cover behind a church. Though they have moved around the side, so now the pot shotter becomes pot shotted. And we've been outflanked on the other side. That was a very lucky shot there. That managed to take out all of my my shells at once. So, just give me a moment. It's been a while since I've played these, so I'm not sure which one's the best. Yes, let's bring out the J, and then I'll bring out the Commander's tank. So you could see there's a bit, because of this lake, you can't cross this lake in most tanks. You might be able to in some, but certainly not ones I have equipped right now. So it makes it a very, very common spot for self-propelled guns to set up and attempt to snipe tanks. Given that it gives a nice line of sight over the spawn point, I'm not too fond of people that do that. At least not until the match is generally being decided one way or another, which you could really argue has now happened with them controlling all 3 points. There we are. That tank is destroyed, but it seems likely that I will be as well. Yes. I should have probably been watching out a little more. But unfortunately that is something of a common mistake that I make, especially at this sort of level. So, again, let's try to take out this bomber. We just don't want this to be a complete wipeout. And there we are. Bomber destroyed. So, there's probably not much we can do to these tanks, so... I'm just going to strafe anything that looks like it might be not completely invincible. And it appears they now give out medals for finishing with your aircraft intact after a mid-tank battle, air battle, which I approve of quite a bit. Hopefully it will reduce the amount of ramming that goes on. This battle is very much a losing affair, but we're going to play it out to the end. Who knows? We could come back from this. I've never managed such a decisive counterattack as we need now on battles at this height here, but today might be the day. If I get it on camera, I'll be very pleased. But no, that's not happening. That's an IS-1. I really just don't have the ability to take it on. At least I didn't think I did. Its gun has been destroyed, so yeah. But it has friends. No, thank you, sirs. I would really rather not. So, yes. It does seem like they were trying to leave me alive long enough for me to get my gunner back. But that's not exactly what I would like, but oh well. So now that does actually just about bring us towards the end of our episode, end of our time, so rather than starting a new mission that'll bring us over, I'm going to call it a little early. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.